Hello everyone and welcome to a new video. Today we are probably gonna talk about my November TBR. My TBRs have just become like the shortest videos in the world because I tend to not know everything I'm gonna read anyway, and then I have a couple of like theme vlogs and then I feel like I'm spoiling them if I say what I'm gonna read here. So then you don't know. But we do have a couple of reads we have to get to this month outside of that. First off is A Time of Blood by Juggling. This one is the next book for our faithful and fallen read-along, or John Green read-along really. That is hosted and created by Becca for Catch Up Book Club. And we are on the second book in Blood and Bone, which is the second series, the sequel series, the spin-off series to Faithful and Fallen, set like 100 and something years later. We are kind of creating this kind of utopia and fighting against that after the aftermath of the first series that I don't want to spoil. But we are on the second book. The live show is on the 9th of, I was about to say September, but we are in November. We are very excited to talk about this. I didn't love the first one, but I didn't hate it either, so I'm interested to see like what kind of developments in this that I will like more. But overall, excited to see what's going to happen next. So that is going to be like, I'm going to read a bit in this every day towards the live show. I also need to read, oh, Blood and Bone fell on the floor. That was rude. But I also need to read Come Tumbling Down, which is my own read-along in Patreon, where we read True Rebel Children. This was for October, but I always wait like early November to read it, because that is usually when we have the live show. Then in theory, I should read Across the Green Grass Fields as well, like in the end of November, but we shall see if I again would just read this in the beginning of December. But in theory I should already read this, and I shall read this. Baby Children, if you don't know, following people that come back from fantasy worlds instead of like going to them, but we also go to them. But it's basically them going to this school where everyone has gone to different worlds and needs to deal with being back in our boring one. And a lot of them, or most of them, want to go back and is waiting for the doors to open again. And then I think like every second book we are at the school, and then in every second book we are in the world. And I read a lot of them before, like I read these before, but only once. And I'm excited to get to the ones I haven't read before, but the read-along has been great. So excited to continue. What do I need other than that? I don't feel like I have like a lot, because we need to pick my gun machine pick, but there's only one name that's left there anyway. I have the next episode of TBR Tumble to Film, which I already chose now the books to read for, which will come out sometime in November. I have another episode of Reading Booktuber's favorite books that I do want to do in November, but there's a hold on some of the books to read for that. So it might not come out until early December. It all depends on how fast I read and how fast the loans get in. And then I also have, there was another vlog I wanted to do. Yes. So I'm very, very close to reading 6,000 subscribers, which that all depends, because that can happen next year, but it can also happen within November. Like YouTube is weird, but I am close, and if we do reach it within November, I do want to read 6 books of 600 pages in celebration. So that would also be a vlog coming out if it happens in November. But it also might not, because it also might go half a year, because honestly that is how YouTube works. But that is some of the vlogs I want to do. And then we do have obviously library loans that have come in, so let's see what's here. We have We Love You Bunny by Mona Awad. This is the sequel to Bunny by the same author, which I honestly don't think it needs a sequel. It's a reason I borrowed it in the library instead of buying it. But also, I don't think it's out in the height to match mine anyway. Why is my bunny orange? I can see it from here. I thought it was pink. I borrowed it in the library, or I put a hold on it and it came in, so I need to read it within November or else the loan will expire. So I need to read that. Oh, I also just got in Lost Soul Among Wolves by Melissa Caruso. This is the sequel to the other book, but I honestly, what is the name of the first one? The Last Hour Between Worlds. This is about a woman who is like at a work party, but she's really on maternity leave. And then the clock stops and people start dying. She has like as many chances that is on a watch to like be able to figure out why they are dying. And like she's like an investigator into the supernatural as well, and she needs to solve this. And then also maybe need to work with her rival at work. It's a whole thing. I actually enjoyed it, even though it felt a bit repetitive. But Aurora was really interesting, and I really liked the type of characters that we follow, because she's also a lone mother, and like it was very like interesting like dynamics, I think, in the story, while an interesting world. But I did just listen to the audio of the first one, so I just like put on hold the next one. So I am curious, like, if I enjoy this, maybe I'm buying them. I don't know. I feel like I gave 3 to the first one, but like that still sounds like a good rating in my mind right now. But I am gonna listen to that at least. And then I took on hold What Fury Brings, which I just got in last night, which is Patricia Levenseller. Patricia Levenseller, I have read a lot of books by, and it's a mixed bag of like what I feel about them, but I feel she writes well romance and writes well in trance. This is her first adult debut, and I thought it was very spicy, so I think I'm gonna force Erica to listen to this one with me. I have 20 days to do that, so I would definitely do that in November as well as a library loan. What else am I reading? I am also reading Frankenstein, and it's very annoying because I forgot my copy in another room, and it's like, then I need to go outside and it's raining, so I don't bother doing that. But I'm reading this at work with my co-workers as a buddy read. I have read it before, but it's a really long time ago. But I do remember it very well, just because at that time I went to an English literature study, and we had to like analyze it, and obviously then remember certain parts of it very, very well, while all my other co-workers has never read it before. So it's very interesting. But we read like a tiny chunk each week, so we'll probably be, I think, calculating this, it will go all the way into December as well, but I'm not sure. But I would definitely read a lot of it. Do I have more loans? I need to see. I just put it on my phone. I'm like, do I have more I need to read? I do have a lot I want to read for the vlogs I want to do. I would prefer to do 2 episodes of TBR Tumble in the month, or at least start like the 3rd one after I've done like some other things. I'm trying to do like every second vlog, but we shall see. So I don't have like any other read-alongs in the month, because I do obviously have November Academy, but that's not going to be until December. And the other ones I have right now, they're also like 4 weeks or more on. So I feel like, while obviously they can still come in the end of November, I would just talk about them in a vlog. It's really interesting, because before I built my whole TBR before the month, but now I just like vibe. I feel like wait, I need to get it. I can't find it. Oh, found it! One book I would love to get in November is The Will of the Many by James Islington. This would be a reread of one of my favorite books of all time. The sequel is coming in November. I would love to reread this before, so I can read the sequel at once. I can't decide if I should just read it physically or like go the audiobook route, but I do really, really want to reread this. So we shall see if I have the time between all of my juggling with like reading audiobooks with Erica and my buddy reads and my 400 vlogs and then all my side reads. It's a lot to juggle in my head. But let's end this short TBR off with my gum machine, where we have 1 ball left. So this is obviously for Patreon. Oh god, the like note with the name fell off. But if you're my Patreon, you can get your name in the gum machine, and you can pick a book for me to read. But the last name that we had in was Erica. I need to fix the note, I think, because this fell off. And she has just like a continuous series, so I'm gonna get the next one. She just picked the Readalong series for me. So the next one is An Offer from a Gentleman, and here is where, isn't this about someone else than like what they did in TV show? This is Benedict, right? And Sophie, because it seemed to be about Sophie, and I know that Benedict and Sophie are together, which is a Cinderella retelling, isn't it? And I read 1 and 2 and obviously watched the TV show way too many times, but they skipped this to do Colin and Penelope in the show. That's what they did. But I'm obviously going in order of the books, and the next one then is this one. Oh yeah, you can see the mask, which is what they've been wearing in the t-shirts and stuff. I really enjoy Bridgerton. I think they're fun books. I will probably do the audiobook for this, because I did audiobook for first and second. I think they're good like audiobooks to be told. So this shall be read now in this month from the gum machine pick for Erica. Look at Erica making me go through the series, which is really good. And other than that, I have a lot of plans, as you can tell, but you need to see when they are out. But thank you so much for watching this. Leave a mask emoji down below if that exists. If you enjoyed this, you should see me soon. Bye!